in, feel free to say good morning. Let me know how you're doing today. Not taking names quite yet. I'm pulling one card just for the general collective as we get started, and then I'll start taking some names after that. So that's what we're doing today. So how are you guys this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whatever time it is where you are? How's it going? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Rhea's joining us here. She's sitting in my lap. All right. Ooh. Okay, so for just as the general card for the collective, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, which is showing us that there's definitely something that's kind of out of balance in our life right now. So this weekend, we really want to make sure that we are focusing on bringing things back into balance, whether that's work life, whether that's our relationship, whether that's work versus play kind of thing. So we just want to make sure that that's what we're focusing on. We want to return this to this upright position, bring back some balance, make sure that we're not building walls too hard, and there we go. Too high, not too hard, and there we go. All right, so that's what we have to start. I'm going to put Rhea down because she seems to want to go. So there she goes. Well, thank you, Lily. I will give you gifts and always protect you. That's lovely, but not my, I don't really need protection, so interesting. So guys, let me know your name below if you want just a free one card pull, no questions today. However, good morning. If you would like a question answered, it's a $10 donation for this Saturday morning, and I'll answer actual questions. Otherwise, it's just free pulls. Adrian Elizabeth, I feel like this is a scam account. Okay, Michelle, Kevin. Sorry guys, it'll take me a sec. Jess, Kenny, Ashley, interesting. I like the way you spell Ashley, that's interesting. I can't write that, but my writing's so horrible, guys. Angelica, Rose, good morning. Okay. All right, guys, so I have a list. Katie, Chantel. Okay, I'm done there. Chantel's the last for now. I'll take some more names after, okay? Okay. You want, no, just very private with my socials from a bad, okay, just it's Adrian Elizabeth. I'll do you as well, because that's my first and middle name, so that's why I was like, that sounds like a scammer. Just because I do have so many scam accounts that are following me, not following me, but like, copying me right now. So there is a scam account, guys, called Adrian Amari 1 at the end, and they are, they can't download my videos anymore and re-upload them, but they are messaging people. No, don't be worried. Sorry, that's just why I'm like hyper. I'm sorry to accuse you of that. I'm just like hyper sensitive about it because of that, right? But yes, hello Sabrina. There's been a scam account, guys, so it's Adrian Amari 1. They're almost at 1,000 followers, which is like insane. So if they do follow you, please block and report them. It's not me. The only me here is Adrian Amari, no numbers at the end. So for everyone hopping in, thanks guys for the likes and the gifts. I so appreciate it. Saturday morning, I do one card pulls, no questions, but if you do want your question answered, it's a, thank you, it's a $10 donation and I'll answer your question. Otherwise, you can always buy readings with me at adrianamari.com. So I have a list for my one card readings and I'll add some more names when I'm done. But right now I have Michelle, Kevin, Jess, Kenny, Ashley, Angelica, Rose, Katie, Chantel, and then Adrian. And then I'll do some more after that, okay? But in the meantime, guys, let me know how you are doing today, where you're from, if you have anything exciting going on this weekend. So that's what we'll start with. Okay, Michelle, we have you first. Ooh, Michelle, I love it. We have the 9 of Chalices for you. And the 9 of Chalices just tells you that this is the weekend that your wishes can kind of come true. It's a great weekend for wish fulfillment. So have those big dreams, have those big ideas. Don't be afraid to kind of chase them a little bit and know that things are going to start working out if they're not already. So just trust that things are going to work out for you, because with this 9 of Chalice, we have that contentment and that happiness. So if you are looking for a sign of should you do something, yes, this is really great for that wish fulfillment, that like, yes, I want this to happen in my life, but also a good card to remember to be appreciative of what we already have, right? So a little bit of that gratitude practice going on. But I love this card. So just enjoy your weekend, live in that abundance and that contentment and that happiness, all right? Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and guys, I'm sorry guys, I'll add more names at the end. Let me get through my list a little bit. I'll tell you when I'm adding more names. Oh, sorry, Jess, that you're stuck in a snowstorm. And, ooh, Ontario Prepper, I'm from Niagara as well, so we're really close. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I'm glad. Melissa, I hope that gives you a good weekend too, so just enjoy it. So for everyone popping in, I'm doing free 1-card pulls right now. I will take some more names in a minute. So I have the next 3 are Kevin, Jess, and Kenny, and then I'll do some more after. Oh, you're from Toronto. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. We have like such a similar name and we're so close. But if you do want a personalized question, it's a $10 donation and you'd be next on the list, all right? But for now, I like the Saturday morning 1-card pulls. We have a good time. So Kevin, 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 which one do I like for you? You know, Kevin, this one's sticking right out to me. Ooh, Kevin. All right, we have the 10 of Wands for you, and the 10 of Wands usually comes to us at a time, oh, I'm so glad to hear that, at a time when we're feeling kind of weighed down, right? It's like the weight of the, I think so, Adrian, it's like the weight of the world feels like it's on our shoulders, and it's like no matter how hard we try to get over that like little hill or hump or bump, it's just like everything feels like we're just being pushed down into the ground. So with this card, really this weekend, what I want you to do is make sure that you're looking at your responsibilities, at your priorities, and know that you don't have to do everything. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to take on new responsibilities or new tasks. So don't be afraid to say no, put up a few boundaries, and if you feel like you're struggling, please ask for help, okay? You are so close to getting to the end of like kind of struggles and stress. Things are going to get easier, but you do have to like just cross that final hump there. So make sure that you are prioritizing, you're taking care of yourself, and you're asking for help when you need it, because there's people who will help you, but they're not going to know you need it unless you ask, right? So that's what we have, Kevin. I hope that makes sense for you and helps you this weekend. Oh, Rose, thank you. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot. This was the first deck that I actually got. And I don't know, like you can see the backs and stuff, they're a little worn, like that there. So yeah, I like it. I love this deck. Oh, you're welcome. I hope that helps. Okay, so I have Jess, Kenny, Ashley. So Jess, let's see what we have for you. There's something over here I like. I think it's this guy that's hiding. Okay, ooh, King of Pentacles. Thank you, Skullgirl. The King of Pentacles lets us know that this is the weekend for you to, like, let's literally grab the bull by the horns right here, right? So it's make sure that we're like really living in that security, that abundance. Do what makes you feel secure in your life and where you are, right? This King of Pentacles, he is kind, he is warm, he is generous, but he knows that he does have to work to get the things that he wants in life. So don't hold back, like go for what you want to go for, make a plan, follow through. This is a weekend where you're not gonna like just push stuff off and be like, I'll do it later. We're not doing it later, okay? The King of Pentacles is like, no, we're taking care of our crap right now. We're gonna get it done, so then the rest of the weekend or the day, we can just enjoy it and like enjoy ourselves from that hard work that we've done, okay? So that's what we have with our King of Pentacles. I love, this is one of my favorite kings, guys. I love, like this King of Pentacles is one of my favorite. Oh, Emily? You're welcome, Jess. I hope that makes sense for you. I'm sorry to hear that you're in back pain. Ooh, what happened? Like, why? why do you have the pain? Okay, so Kenny, Ashley, Angelica. So Kenny, let's see what we have for you. Kenny. Oh, there's one over here. I think I like this one. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Ooh, Kenny, I'm excited. We have the Empress for you. And guys, like seriously, one of my favorite Empress cards. Look how beautiful that is. Like, how can we not love that card? So Kenny, the Empress card for you this weekend is really about diving into that feminine side of yourself, but you know how everyone has like a masculine and feminine side. I'm not saying you have to be like girly or anything like that, but with the Empress, really like dig into that nurturing side of yourself where you're kind of taking care of you, you're taking care of your home, you're taking care of the people around you. Now this Empress is really great for giving birth. No, this is for Kenny. The Empress is for giving birth to new things, new ideas, new projects. So really start thinking about, what do you want to put out into the world? world. What is the thing that you want to quote unquote give birth to? Is like weird and like kind of cheesy as that sounds, but it is about getting that creative spark going and being like, okay, this is what I want to put out into the world. I am ready to make this kind of thing happen. The Empress card is about taking care of yourself and making sure that you're attracting that beauty and things like that into your life. All right, so that's what we have with the Empress there. Just really step into that, take care, enjoy yourself, like enjoy some of like the sensual pleasures in your life. Don't be afraid to step into that. So that's what we have there. Six of Egg, never heard of that, so don't know. All right, Ashley. And Ashley, I like the way you spell your name. It's cool. Okay. Oh, come on, this guy. All right, there we go. I'll take some more names in a minute, guys. So I have Ashley, Angelica, Rose, Katie, Chantel, and Adrian, and then I'll take some more names after that, okay? So right now we're doing free one-card pulls. I do it every Saturday morning. If you do want a personalized question, it's a $10 donation, then I'll answer your question here on the live. Otherwise, you can always buy a reading with me at adrianamari.com. So I have lots of options. I have a very affordable, there we go, affordable $15 reading too. So if you're just kind of getting your feet wet, there we have, all right? Okay, Ashley, we have, ooh, okay. My thing just beeped at me. Oh, I wave my hands around a lot, so now my Fitbit's like, good job, you did enough steps. It's just because I wave my hands around when I talk. All right, that's great. At least I'm getting some exercise, right? Okay. You're welcome, Kenny. I know I'm glad. Yeah, I hope things. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, because I feel like with that you're just really tap into that beauty. Ashley, we have the Five of Chalices in the reverse position for you, and the Five of Chalices reversed. I usually look at this one as kind of a block, right? So with this blockage, we're kind of holding on to the past, and because we're doing that, we're not allowing ourselves to focus on the good things that are coming into our life, or that we do have in our life, right? Exactly, yeah, tarot and Fitbit. Get some exercise. You guys can wave your hands around with me and get some steps in too. So Ashley, make sure that this weekend you're focusing on the good things that you have, the things that make you happy, the things that you feel like kind of fill your heart and soul, right? Because here, that negativity, that what if, that past, those mistakes we made this week that we're clinging onto, it's going to be really hard for you to enjoy yourself if you're just like focusing so much on that, right? And we want to make sure that we don't do that, because you're not helping yourself. Like focusing on those mistakes or that regret or whatever it is, isn't helping you. I want you to have a good, fun weekend, so let's release some of that from us this weekend and instead focus on the things that we do have that we're happy about and that we can control too, right? A lot of this too is like there are things that are beyond our control that do make us upset and do make us unhappy, but like if we spend all of our energy and our emotion focusing on those kinds of things, we're gonna just get like stuck in this spiral, right? So yeah, focus on the things that you do have that bring you happiness and joy, and see that positive light even in the darkness, which can be really difficult right now, but you can do it. There we go. Oh, Jenny Lou, hello. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot. My first deck, the deck I love most. And I don't know, I've just been really feeling it. I did a couple of readings this week. I had a friend come over to do like an in-person reading, and it was so much fun. And this was the one that I was just like, oh man, I don't know, I feel like so into this deck right now. So that's why I picked this one for this morning. I'll add some more Prisma Visions. It's by James R. Eads. So, which, here, I don't have the box. I keep it in like a little velvet pouch, so I don't have the box with me. It's in my office. But he has Prisma Visions and Light Visions. So there's two different versions. The Prisma Visions is full color. It's kind of like Van Gogh style art, if you like that. And then the Light Visions is like purple and cream, I guess, with gold. This one has silver sides, but the other one is gold sides. So fancy. So guys, I'll add some more names to my list after I have Angelica, Rose, Katie, Chantel, and Adrian, and then I'll add some more names. But if you do want, it's a $10 donation to get your questions answered. Otherwise, it is just free one-card pulls on Saturdays. And I will upload this video to YouTube. I tried to do last week's, but for some reason it was like corrupt, and I got mad and gave up. So this one hopefully will go more smooth. All right, Angelica, we have you next. Ooh, this one's like sticking right out to me. Okay, so Angelica, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which feels a little bit like we're giving up on something that we've been really working hard on. So with this Eight of Pentacles, we really assess what you're trying to master and what you're trying to do. I went in, I thought they were 15. The Wife of Dale, that's, I don't offer necessarily like current relationship readings, so that's not me. Maybe someone else. Yes, so sorry. Angelica, Eight of Pentacles, it feels like you're giving up on something that you've been working towards mastering. And you know what, sometimes we do hit those roadblocks, right? And we do feel like giving up. But before you decide to like kind of alter course and be like, you know what, I'm done with this, take a step back and think about it. Because with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like, yes, it's hard sometimes to get that mastery, to really push through and get to the level where we're comfortable, where we feel really confident in ourselves. So with this card, it's like, before you totally throw in the towel, take another look at it. Like, take a step back and then maybe reassess later on, because you've made progress towards something here. So are you ready to give all that progress up, right? Sometimes we just need a little bit of a break, and that happens to me all the time because I switch my hobbies up like every day. So sometimes we just do need to focus on something else for a bit so that we can come back. But I feel like really consider what you're throwing away here. Like, where have you invested your time and your energy? Like, is it worth quitting at this point? It might very well be. That's totally up for you to decide, but I want you to think about it carefully, because the Eight of Pentacles is like, yeah, we've hit some roadblocks, but if you get the help, the advice, the mentor maybe that you need, you can get over that and keep pushing through. All right, so that's what we have here. Someone asked about teeth. I don't know why people keep focusing on my teeth. It's weird. Yeah, I don't have implants or anything. I'm actually like terrified of dentists. Absolutely terrified, because I'm terrified of needles. So, oh, yeah, needles are my, How about you guys? How do you feel about dentists and needles, guys? See, oh, I see what you mean now. No, my, the seasonal readings that I have, I think they're 20 or 25, I can't remember. They're not through TikTok though, they're only on adrianamari.com. So if you want one of those, it's just through my website that I offer those ones. I don't do those ones on live, so. Hate the dentist, don't mind needles. That's fair, that's fair. All right, Rose, I have you next. Oh, and this one is hiding, and it just like stuck out even though it's hiding. You'd rather go to the dentist than the doctor. I would rather go to neither, personally, but I feel that. I feel that. Okay, so Rose, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse position for you. And the Knight of Swords reversed means that we can be a little bit in our heads, and we're kind of telling ourselves things that are not very constructive, right? So we're being a little bit hard on ourselves. It's not that we're telling ourselves lies, like part of this, we might actually believe that it's true, but it's things that aren't serving us, like it's not helping us progress or move forward. With the Knight of Swords, we can be a little bit of a gossip, and we can like have verbal diarrhea a little bit, where we just like blah, like say something without really thinking it through. So this weekend, as you're interacting with people, as you're expressing yourself, having debates, whether it's online or in person or whatever, just temper what you're saying. Like, take a minute and think before the words come out, so that you don't say something that you regret. A lot of times with the Knight of Swords, we are passionate about what we're talking about, and we want to get that expression out, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we're not doing it in a way that isolates others, right? So watch your words this weekend, but don't be afraid to express and get those thoughts out there, because they're worthy of sharing. Just watch how you do it. All right. Oh, Jenny Lou. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. I appreciate you always popping in here. It's always so nice to see you. All right. So I have Katie, Chantel, and Adrian, and then I'll take some more names. Okay, guys? You're welcome, Rose. I hope that makes sense for you. Dog's doing weird positions over there. All right, Katie, let's see what we have for you. I like this one. Okay. Okay, so Katie, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So the Ace of Wands is about those new beginnings. It's about that spark of excitement, adventure, where we're like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, I'm gonna do this, right? But in the reverse position, there's a bit of a blockage or a bit of a delay. A lot of the time with the Wands, because we have that ambition and it's exciting and we feel so passionate and invested about it, the Ace of Wands reverse can be okay, but we're like holding back a bit because maybe we're kind of scared. It's really scary or nerve-wracking sometimes to follow a passion or to follow something that you really love to do, because you don't want to get into a position where it doesn't go well, right, where it goes awry. So with this Ace of Wands, don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to try something new. But whatever you're seeking here, whether it's a purpose or a creative endeavor, there's going to be a little bit of a delay before it really gets fired up. So don't allow yourself to get frustrated over that. So that's what we have here with our Ace of Wands in the reverse position. But don't, more than anything with this, I want to be like, don't be afraid to try. Because I feel like a lot of the time it's the getting going, which is the hard part. Like, we have the ideas, we have the spark, but it's like actually taking that first step, which is the hardest part. And this is like, we have to like take that step forward before anything can happen, right? So don't hold yourself back. You have something on your mind there, or something that's brewing that's really worth pursuing. So that's that. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. All right, I have Chantel and then Adrian, and then I'll take some more names, okay? Okay, you don't reading. Larissa, like I said, I do my list first. So once I get to the bottom of my list, I'll add more names. So that's how it works. That's how it works on Saturday morning, so that I can keep everything under control here. So 2 more, and then I'll add some names. So guys, please don't spam in the meantime with your names, but feel free to chat. Let me know how you're doing, where you're from, if you have any pets, if you like coffee or tea, your favorite TV show, anything you want to share. And of course, if you do ever have any questions about tarot, feel free to ask. If you do want a personalized reading during the live, it's a $10 donation. Otherwise, you can always buy a reading with me at adrianamari.com. There's lots of options, links in my bio. I also have a newsletter too. So Chantel, this is for you, this one here. So if you guys join my newsletter, you'll be notified when I do my monthly giveaways, any sales, and right now I'm sending out a monthly newsletter. I might go to bi-weekly, but we'll see. We'll see what happens and how much I have to say. So that's what we have going on there. Okay, okay, Chantel, we have the Page of Swords for you. And the Page of Swords in the upright position is telling us that this is the weekend to kind of explore your thoughts and ideas, okay? So what we want to do is take those ideas, take that self-expression, take those thoughts that are brewing around there and give them a chance. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions. If you find yourself kind of stuck in a negative headspace, ask yourself why. Like, keep asking more questions and keep learning, right? Because this Page of Swords is seeking more knowledge. They are seeking to like understand things better. So that's what we really want to do this weekend, is make sure that we're seeking that understanding, expressing ourselves, but at the same time being a little bit cautious before we jump in too hard to anything. You can see here, this Page of Swords is like standing on a cliff, right? And they're not like the fool where they're like, woohoo, I'm off on an adventure. They're like, I'm gonna keep it a little bit close here. So be a little bit wary and cautious with how you go about yourself this weekend, but I feel like there's some exciting things to learn and to discover about yourself and your thoughts. So that's what we have. I'm not taking names quite yet, guys. I have Adrian next, and then I will shuffle it up and take a few more names, okay? I'm getting out of breath though, so let me let me take a cup of tea. Donatello? You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Adrian, if you're still here, thank you for being patient. My same name friend. Ooh, all right. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here. I love this. And the Wheel of Fortune is totally about the ups and downs of everyday life, right? So like, things come and go, they ebb and flow. Sometimes things are great and really easy, and sometimes things are difficult and they kind of suck. So no matter where you are in the cycle, the Wheel of Fortune is like, you know what? It always keeps going and it always keeps changing. So if things are going really well right now, appreciate it for what it is, right? Because we can't always control the swing of the roll, turn, whatever, of the cycle. If things aren't going great right now, know that this is not a forever kind of thing. You will go on an upswing. The Wheel of Fortune does encourage us to go with the flow a little bit. If you try to control things really hard, like really drive things and control them tightly, that's what I want, it's not going to make things easier, right? You're going to be going against the grain, and that's going to make it difficult. So release that desire to control things a little bit, go with the flow, take a deep breath, and just kind of see how things play out. Like, don't be afraid to let your foot off the gas, so to speak, a little bit, because the Wheel of Fortune is like, things are going to work out. This sounds so cheesy, but like, the universe will take care of you. Just trust in that and go with it, versus like digging your heels into the ground and being stubborn about whatever's happening. So that's what we have here with our Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like it's usually like good luck coming your way regardless. So to encourage that, make sure you do appreciate things for how they are, like all the good things right now. Oh my gosh, it is 11/11, how crazy, and the Wheel of Fortune. I never thought about that. That's insane and I love it. I love it even more. That's so amazing. Angelica, I don't remember what the card was now. Adrian, Chantel, Katie, Rose. It might have been this one, 8 of Pentacles. Oh no! Angelica, I think it was the 8 of Pentacles if I counted properly, which usually just tells us that we are feeling like we want to give up on something, right? And the 8 of Pentacles is like before you throw in the towel, like you've been working towards something, before you get really frustrated and throw in the towel, take a good look at why you're feeling frustrated, take a step back, maybe alter course for a little bit, but you've worked hard at something here, so it's like maybe you're not, like even if you feel frustrated, it might not be time to give up quite yet. You might need just a little bit of a break, or even seeking out like a mentor or something like that to help you get over whatever roadblock it is. So that's what we have here. I know Gabriel's really chatty today. That's my bird. He's a canary. He's orange, but he's a chatty boy this morning. And I love when he's like chatty because it's like kind of sunny. I mean, it's not snowing again, thank goodness. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's so exciting. I don't know what CNA is because I feel really stupid saying that. But go for it. Like, I feel like it's frustrating, right? Like, tests are scary and they're frustrating, but I feel like the 8 is like, don't give up quite yet. Push through, but refocus if you really need to, just so you can get yourself a breather, right? Oh, I'm just going to throw cards everywhere, guys. Okay, so I'll take a few more names. Let me just make my page in 2 here. Oh, I love that, Adrian, thank you. I know, it's so crazy. And I love that we have like the same name and we're kind of from the same area. Like, how insane is that? Okay, so Amanda, okay, I'm, Nellie. I'll try, I always try. Oh, Melissa, hello, how are you? Laverne. Okay, I hope I'm saying your names right. If I'm not, correct me, 150% correct me. Megan, A. Beverly, Lisa. ERL, Beverly, Lisa. Okay. Rizalyn, is it? Ooh, if I'm saying that wrong, let me know. Casey, okay. Nellie, I have you. Ella, ELLA. Oh my gosh, okay, so that's actually where I live. Dude, we were probably like in the same city. How crazy is that? Oh my goodness. Ella, Jessica. I wonder if we like ever met, like passed each other on the street or something. Like, how crazy would that be? I love that. Lisa, Jessica. Okay guys, I have Natalie. Sorry, okay. Natalie's my last. So my list right now is Amanda, Nellie, Laverne, I hope that's right, Megan, Beverly, Lisa, Rizalyn, again, hope that's right, Casey, Ella, Jessica, Tina, I think, yes, okay, it was Tina, I just can't read my own handwriting, and then Natalie, okay? Nellie, I appreciate that so much. Larissa, here, I'll add you to the end. It's Larissa, right? Larissa. All right, guys. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I try to have like a good vibe because I feel like we need that in this day and age. Things are a little bit insane, right? Okay, so let me just shuffle these up. I'll spread the cards out. And then, guys, I'll take more names at the end, but don't forget, if you do want a question answered here during the live, it's a $10 donation, and that would be your actual question. Otherwise, you can always book with me at adrianamari.com. Oh, thank you. This is a howlite necklace. I got it on Etsy from a shop in Quebec. So, yeah, that's what it is. All right. What you doing? All right, my tables. I have one table. You know how you always get that one table, which for some reason can never be straight and always like does this? That's what I have right now. So like I have one really good table and one that's just like crazy. Okay, Amanda, you're up first. And I'll try to keep the names, I'll try to read the names as I go as well, guys. And I will also upload this on YouTube, providing I don't get another case of weird corrupted video, which made me really mad last time. Okay. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that so much too. And clearly Gabriel likes all this as well, because he's chirping around there. He's a happy little bird today. Okay, Ella, alright, so, okay, interesting. Amanda, we have the Hierophant first for you in the reverse position. And the Hierophant reversed is like, okay, you know what? Now is time to challenge the status quo. So like whatever rules, whatever expectations, whatever ideas people are placing upon you that are not yours, the Hierophant is like, you know what, it's time to challenge that. It's time to ask some questions. It's time to go against the grain and to break that tradition a little bit, because there are thoughts and beliefs and ideas that you are conforming to that you're not really agreeing with. You're just kind of going along with, right? So the Hierophant's like, don't be afraid to ask those difficult questions. Don't be afraid to kind of step out from the norm and do what, or believe what you feel is right. You kind of have to start following your own path versus the path that other people set out for you. So a little bit of a rebellion. And again, like these are weekend pulls, right? So it doesn't have to be something that's like super crazy, like I'm gonna go change my whole life and do this. It could just be like something small, but make sure that you're not doing things purely out of obligation and expectation, especially if you don't feel that they're good for you or called to do it. So that's what we have there. I kind of love that though. I like the Hierophant reversed more than upright, because I love the like, you know, you gotta follow your own heart kind of thing, right? Because sometimes, yeah, we do have to play by the rules and things like that, but other times we kind of have to challenge that a little bit. So we're challenging it this weekend. And thank you, Nelly. And Nelly, you're actually next as well. So guys, I'll take names afterwards. I'm not doing questions today. It's just free 1-card pulls. If you do actually want a question in this live answered, it's a $10 donation and you'd get your question. Otherwise, they're just free 1-card readings. But don't forget, you can always book with me at adrianamari.com. I do have a very affordable $15 reading, but I do have live one-on-one sessions as well if you want to talk things out and like work through questions. I'm not reading situations right now, Carmina, unless you want to do the $10 donation. They're just free 1-card readings on Saturdays. Okay, Nelly, let's see what we have for you. Oh my gosh, Gabriel's chirping up a storm. My goodness. All right. Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune again for you, Nelly. Love this. Kai, please stop spamming. I'm not taking names right now. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune tells us that it's time to release the control a bit this weekend, let loose and go with the flow. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about those cycles of life. It's the ups and downs. It's like knowing that whatever we put out into the world, we get back, right? So make sure that we're acting authentically so that we're attracting the things, the positivity, the energy that we want in our lives, but also realize that no matter where you are, like if you're at the top of the wheel and you're like, life is great, I'm happy, things are going well, appreciate that for what it is. Like appreciate those moments, because as we know, life's full of ups and downs, right? So it's not like we can be at the top feeling good and like great all the time. If you are kind of on the downswing and you're like, man, things are really tough right now, I am struggling, then the Wheel of Fortune is like, you know what? Things will get better. Just keep pushing through, go with it, feel through it a little bit, and know that will have a turn of luck coming your way. So just make sure that we really are trying we're not digging our heels in and trying to control things too tightly right now. Kind of go with it, let things work out, let the universe take care of you. Again, I always say this sounds so cheesy to say, but sometimes it's so true. We need that, right? So that's what we have. I love this one. And if you guys can see, it has like a peacock and it has snakes and stuff. So that's what we have. And thank you, Rose. All right, so then the next three I have up are Laverne, Megan A, and Beverly. All right, so we'll do those three. Guys, please don't spam the chat. I'm not taking more names quite yet. I'll add more names to my list once I get down what's here. Don't forget, if you do want a question answered in the live today, it's a $10 donation. Otherwise, they're free 1-card readings. But you can always book with me at adrianamari.com. All right, so that's my spiel. Also, I do giveaways every month as well. So my March giveaway will go live sometime in March. So make sure that you're following me, and you can also subscribe to my newsletter to know when my giveaways are up and going. Oh, Adrian, thank you, and thanks for being here, and I'm so excited to meet you because I love that we have the same name. Yes, and I can't wait to connect. All right, so Laverne is next, so Laverne, Megan, Beverly. So Laverne, let's see, and guys, Gabriel just really wants to join in. Can you hear him chirping? My goodness, he's chirping his head off today. He's a happy birdie boy. All right. Okay, interesting. So Laverne, we have the not Hierophant, the Hermit, there we go. The Hermit here in the reverse position. And the Hermit reversed is like, you know what, we've spent a lot of time alone. You know, we have done some introspection, we have done some soul searching, and maybe we're feeling a little bit lonely and isolated from, you know, what's going on around us. Thank you. And the Hermit reverse is like, you know, we're gonna step out of that, okay? Like, it's great to go inside. It's great to look within. It's great to do some soul searching and some shadow work and all that stuff. But at some point, we have to realize that we have to re-emerge, I guess, into the world of the living. So the Hierophant, not the Hierophant, the Hermit, my God, I can't get those H's right. The Hermit is telling you that this weekend is the weekend to step out, to go maybe meet some people, to get out into the community, to breathe some fresh air, like go for a walk, even if it's cold like it is here. So the Hermit really wants you to step out of your shell a little bit this weekend and reconnect with the people around you that you feel comfortable doing so. Like, this is not trying to push you out of any kind of comfort zone, so to speak, but it's saying that this weekend we don't want to spend it all alone. We want to make sure that we're making connections and that we're like kind of re-emerging and maybe getting back out there a little bit more. So in whatever way that means for you, that's what we have here with the Hermit. I'd never say like do something that makes you feel unsafe or anything like that, especially as we're still, you know, in a little bit of a pandemic here. So I'd never say something like that, but definitely don't hold yourself in. We need to start going out a little more. So that's what we have there. Okay, so Megan. All right, this one I like for you. Ooh, all right, Megan, we have Temperance for you. And Temperance is all about the balance in our life. So this weekend, what I really want you to kind of take a look at or examine is, how is the balance in your life? How's your work-life balance? How is your, you know, like whatever it is that you're doing, like, are you working too much and then not like having enough fun? Are you having too much fun and then not like really working enough? So you really want to kind of take that into consideration. The Temperance is about moderation. So it's like, yes, like do things that you enjoy, do things that bring you peace, harmony, calmness, fulfillment, kind of a sense of healing, but make sure that we're not overdoing it, right? Because sometimes like in the search for self-improvement, self-betterment, in the search for peace or harmony or making ourselves feel more calm, we go overboard, right? And then we kind of, like, it kind of goes backwards from what we wanted to. So make sure that we are seeking that balance. Make sure that you are focusing on bringing that like fresh air, that calmness into your life here, but always do so in moderation. So this is like, yeah, we have to do some work this weekend, but we also have to have fun. So I don't want you to go one way or the other too heavy. We want to make sure that it's nice and a good balance there with the Temperance card. This can also be about timing as well. So if you're waiting for something, know that the timing will work as it's meant to, so don't try to force anything right now with the Temperance card. All right, and Lucy, hello. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining. All right, Beverly. So we have Beverly, Lisa, Rizalyn. I hope I'm saying that right. Guys, if I don't say your name right, by all means, please correct me. People often don't say my name right. No one spells my name right, but they often don't say it right as well. So, and I'm the kind of person who like never wants to correct people. So, oh, you're welcome. I hope that helps. And guys, thank you so much for all the likes, the follows, the gifts. I so appreciate all the support, more so than I can really express, I guess, but I really do. So thank you so much for being here and for giving your energy and letting me pull cards and chatting with me. Okay, so Beverly, we're a little intense, not gonna lie. So we have the Ten of Swords here. And the Ten of Swords usually comes at a time where things have been difficult. Like it's been a ride. It's been a bit of a battle. We feel beaten down, and this is a lot of times beaten down mentally. We might be physically tired, but a lot of our stress, our anxiety, our fear, our overwhelm is coming from our head. Like it's coming from our thoughts, right? So with this, you want to make sure that you know yeah, we have to go through it. And it sucks to go through it, but I don't want you to feel like trapped by these negative thoughts, these self-criticisms. Like, don't be trapped by the pain that you've been through, and know that once you kind of overcome this little bump here, or big bump, that things are going to clear up and you'll kind of get a fresh start. Things probably won't end the way you quite want them to. Because like the Ten of Swords is difficult, but it's a reminder that sometimes we need these lessons in our life so that we can grow and start fresh and get that new start where we can really thrive, right? So I want you to make sure that this weekend you're not too in your head, that you're not like putting yourself down, that you're not being really self-critical, because I feel like this Ten of Swords is like something that sucked, that happened, but it had to happen so that you could learn from it and move on to kind of like a next phase or cycle. So yeah, be easy on yourself, be kind to yourself, and know that whatever difficulties you're struggling through, they're coming to an end. You just have to kind of live through them a little bit more. And I know sometimes that's difficult and it sucks, but unfortunately it's part of life, right? So that's what we have here with our 10. All right, so I have Lisa, Rizalyn, and Casey. All right, I'll be adding more names to my list after I get through my current list, guys. But don't forget, oh my gosh. Well, that, I can understand that, yeah. Oh, well, congratulations too, though, that's amazing. And you, wow. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine, like, the pain, like, how difficult that was for you. So, you know, you're doing it, keep doing it. It's gonna get easier, all right? Okay, sorry guys, I will take some more names after. Don't forget, you can always do a $10 donation if you want your actual question answered. Otherwise, they're just free one-card pulls on Saturday mornings. All right, Lisa, let's see what we have for you. Okay. Okay, interesting. Lisa, we have the Fool in the reverse position. So the Fool in the reverse position says that we are feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, and we're kind of giving into our fear. It reminds us, like, not to be foolish or stupid about a decision, but at the same time, to not let our fears control our decisions. The Fool upright is like, you know what, there's a great new adventure, there's something exciting, there's possibilities that are limitless out there for you. But in the reverse position, it's like, I'm not quite ready for that yet. And that's okay. Like, we're not always ready to take that big jump or that risk or that new adventure. Like, sometimes we need time to process, we need time to relax, we need time to breathe before we can go out on that ledge or go out for that new adventure. So I feel like there's something super exciting right around the corner for you. It's just not quite yet. And I think there's just some fear that we need to kind of work through here before you're ready to, like, you know, take that deep breath and be like, that's it, I'm going for it, right? So I feel like you will reach that point, but in the meantime, don't push yourself too hard. Know that you're not quite ready for it, but you will be, and you will be at the right time. And if the timing does feel right, don't hold yourself back, right? So you want to make sure that we're not allowing that fear to control us. So that's what we have there, all right? Sorry guys, I'm not answering questions today. It's just free one-card pulls, unless you want to do a $10 donation, in which I will do the questions. Otherwise, you can always buy a reading with me at adrianamari.com. I have a whole wide range of options. So I have audio readings. Ooh, my nail broke, sorry. Audio readings, video readings, and live one-on-one sessions. So kind of whatever works for you. For anybody who does or is curious about a live one-on-one session but nervous, you don't have to be on video. I want you to be comfortable so that you can get the most out of it. So like if you're like, oh, I kind of want to do a live session, but like I don't want to show my face, totally okay, all right? I'm not here to judge. So I used to be like that as well. So I like could not go on video. If you told me like 5 years ago that I would be like sitting here on TikTok doing live tarot readings, I'd be like, you're full of crap. Like there's no way I'm ever showing my face. So I totally get anybody who has that kind of anxiety about like showing up and showing their face in pictures and online and stuff. It is so scary. So I get that. And good morning. Sorry, Ethan, I will take some more names after. Right now, I'm just gonna work on my current list and I'll take some more names at the end, okay? Let me just take some more tea, guys. For anyone who's wondering, this is the Winter Earl Grey tea by David's Teas. Oh my god, it's my favorite Earl Grey. Like, I went overboard. I think I ordered like 10 packages of it because I was like, no, it's gonna go out for the season and I have to have enough. So yeah, I went a little crazy with the winter Earl Grey. But if you like Earl Grey tea, try that one. It's amazing. Okay, Rosalind, let's see what we have for you. Oh, this one. Okay. Ooh, all right, we have the High Priestess for you. Love this. The High Priestess really encourages us to kind of venture within. So she's the card that sits on the veil of like the inner, like our inner self and our outer self, like the inner world and outer world, if that makes sense. So with this card, it's telling you that this weekend, really pay attention to your gut feelings and your intuition. Whatever you're searching for, whatever answers you're looking for, you already know them. Deep down, you know them. You just don't want to listen or accept the messages or the answers that are coming to you. But the High Priestess is like, first of all, you gotta trust yourself. All right, you have to know that A, you can take care of yourself, and that the answers that you really do feel like you need, you already have them. The High Priestess is about learning, and it's usually about like seeking that inner wisdom more so than going to a book and reading things, you know? So definitely pay attention to the signs that you're seeing, the feelings that are swelling up. If anything keeps repeating in your life, like in a dream, or you keep seeing a cardinal out your window, or like just something keeps reappearing, take a look at that message. Like make a note of it. If you want to write it down, that's great. If it's a mental note, that's awesome too. And maybe do a little bit of research into what that symbol means, because something can really you can really gain some clarity. That's what I want to say. You can really gain some clarity on that. So I really want you to start paying attention to what's going around you, the feelings that swell up, because there's a message there for you that you have within. You just have to kind of tune out the outside noise so that you can get that. Hello, Louisa. Thank you so much. So that's what we have there. So I hope that makes sense to what's going on. But more than anything, Rosalind, trust yourself. All right, you got this. Trust yourself. All right, so that's what we have there. So next I have Casey, Ella, and Jessica. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. All right, perfect. All right, you're welcome. I hope that makes sense to you with what's going on. Okay, Casey. Guys, feel free to chat in the meantime. Hello, Mel. Let me know how your day is going. Does anybody have any plans this weekend? Like, what kind of fun things do you have planned? Or not so fun? No pressure. Let me know what you have going on. All right, Casey, let's see. This one. This one's hiding, and I feel like that's why it, like, has to come out for you, Casey. Ooh, and I love it. Okay, Casey, we have the Queen of Swords for you. And the Queen of Swords is really about making sure that we are listening to our own thoughts, our own opinions, and that we're not letting other people influence the way we're thinking about ourselves and making our choices. Now, the Queen of Swords, she is very logical. She is very perceptive. So before you make any decisions, before you like really speak your mind or anything, take a second back just to watch, to observe a little bit, and really draw on those senses of perception that you do definitely have. Listen to that and like trust your mind, trust your thoughts here. The Queen of Swords doesn't tolerate anyone's bullshit. So if you have a friend or a family member or someone who's a little bit toxic in your life, just spewing garbage, whether it's to you or online or whatever, ignore, block, mute them for a little while. Like right now, it's about being true to your own thoughts and your opinions without letting other people tell you this crap, right? And influence you that way. So be honest, be clear with how you're thinking about yourself. And also the Queen of Swords, she is wonderful and loyal, but she can be a little bit, I don't want to say cold, that's the word that usually comes up, but like she builds up a little bit of a wall, right? So make sure that you are not building a wall too hard that you can't let other people in. So use that perception and use your good judgment, like your true, honest, good judgment to know whether or not it's time to lower the wall for somebody, or if it's still right to, like, you know, have them walled out, I guess, if that makes sense. So that's what we have here. So yeah, really, we're in our head today, and in a good way. Like, we're in control of those thoughts. We're not letting our own thoughts or other people's thoughts control us, all right? With that beautiful queen. You can see here too, she has that swan thing under control, right? She's got control of that. So step into that queen power and own it. Oh my God, a haircut? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, a friend cut your hair. That's actually more exciting. Oh, I cut my hair today. Oh no, I'm so sorry that you regretted it. Oh no. I need a haircut too, but I don't know. I also have to get the bunny neutered. So getting the bunny neutered is a priority to getting my haircut. You're welcome, Casey. I hope that makes sense with what's going on. Chantel, I'm not answering questions today. I am doing the $10 donation if you do wish to have a question answered, but today is just free one-card pulls. That said, I'm not a doctor, so I cannot tell you if your pregnancy is okay or not. If you are worried, please seek medical attention, not a tarot reader. Oh, you have to get your bunny neutered as well. Nina, hello! Bunny, yeah, I'm sure he would prefer if I cut my hair buzzed under. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you have a friend that can fix it for you. Okay, Ella, we have Ella next. All right, Ella. Ooh, Ella, Page of Wands for you. Lazy day for you, good. Lazy days are good, just make sure that you're not being so lazy that those thoughts start intruding and making you feel down, right? Okay, so Ella, with the Page of Wands, this is definitely about new adventures, stepping out, taking a risk. The Page of Wands has that ambition and that passion for something, and they don't let anything, especially fear, hold them back. So this weekend, this Page of Wands is telling you to be a little bit fearless. Like, don't be afraid. Whatever it is that you want to try, go for it. The Page of Wands is like, you know, sometimes we kind of just have to start taking that action. We'll figure the rest out along the way, but go for it. Like, just don't hold yourself back here. This is about new opportunities, new things coming into your life. So if something comes up and you're just like, you know what, I really kind of want to do that. That would feel so exciting for me. I have this ambition that I want to chase. The page is like, go for it. What have you got to lose? Like, there's still growth and stuff happening, right? So there might be things you have to figure out a little bit more along the way, but the page doesn't get held back because they're a little bit nervous about something or something not working out, right? So if you're looking for a sign of like, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? The sign is yes, go for it. 100% go for it with this page, okay? Get that fire, stoke that fire, and chase that ambition. The bunny, his name's Percival, he's good. He's in the other room because he's going through bunny puberty and he's like kind of obsessed with the dog. So he like keeps spraying her to mark that that was for Ella. Ella, that's you, right? Yes. So he keeps spraying the dog to mark that like she's hers, I guess. Like he really likes her. I think my bunny thinks that he's a dog, so I don't know, man. But we have to get this under control, so he definitely needs to get neutered. The poor bunny, I feel bad, but like I can't have him spraying the dog every like 5 minutes. I feel so bad for her. It's been an adventure, guys. Let me tell you. All right, so I have Jessica, Tina, Natalie, and Larissa, and then I'll do a few more afterwards, okay? So please don't spam the chat in the meantime with your names, guys. I'm not writing down more names at the moment, but I will take a few more afterwards, all right? Okay, Jessica. Jessica. This one. Okay, ooh, Jessica, we have the Four of Swords for you, and it's in the reverse position. So the Four of Swords upright is usually like, you know what, time for some serious R&R, but in the reverse position, it's like, okay, we've been relaxing enough. We've been like holding back, we have been resting enough or resting up enough where it's time to start kind of going back out into the world, right? And I feel like a lot of this too, like with the pandemic and stuff, people have been a little bit hesitant to like, you know, get out there and stuff. But with this Four of Swords, it's like we can no longer focus on inaction. We have to start taking action towards whatever it is we want to do. If we sit on the fence for too long, nothing's going to come to fruition, right? So it's like we have to get out of the headspace where we don't want to take action and get into the space where we're like, that's it, I'm gonna start going for this, I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna get out again. So usually this is like rest and relax, and this is like no more rest and relaxation. We have to get up and do something. So whatever's on your to-do list, again, it doesn't have to be like a huge thing that you like totally uphaul your life, but this is like we do have to kind of get out there, even baby steps. Oh, okay, the response, oh my gosh, I'm glad it resonates and you're recovering from major surgery. Well, I hope your surgery went well and that the recovery is going well. And I feel like with this too, a lot of the time we hold ourselves back with the Four of Swords is because we have like that intellectual, that mental overwhelm. And this is like, okay, we have to get through that so that we can kind of see and think more clearly, right? Especially if you were on medication, or if you still are from the surgery. I feel like this is like, okay, we need a little bit of clearing and clarity there. So I hope that you recover well with that. I'm just gonna shuffle up the cards again, guys. And Nina, you're right. The only problem is I can't write backwards very well. So, and I don't know how to stick it to my wall where you can read it. So I've been thinking about trying to make some kind of sign or something to put behind me with the rules, but I'm just like, oh my goodness, like how do I make it not look like a 5-year-old did it? So conscious, yes. Oh, that's good. In like baby steps, don't push yourself too much. We don't want to undo or slow down your recovery, right? But definitely want to make sure that you get that life back, right? You're welcome. All right, so Tina, Natalie, Larissa are the last 3 on my list, then I'll take a few more names after. Sorry guys, the stupid pillow keeps falling like against my back and it drives me nuts. Okay, and my iPad's falling down. Things are just like crumbling around me. I'm not taking any names quite yet, but I'll let you know when I'm taking more names. Saturday mornings are just free 1-card pulls, but if you do want a question answered, it's a $10 donation, all right? So that's what we are doing. Okay, Tina. This one. Ooh. Ooh, Tina, we have the High Priestess for you too. And again, the High Priestess is really about, oopsies, I'm not doing questions today unless you want to do the donation. So the High Priestess is really about focusing within and making sure, hi Harloy, that we're getting the answers from within ourselves. So whatever answer, whatever information you're searching for, this is like, you know what? Most of what you're seeking, you already know. It's already in there. You just have to kind of pull it out. And sometimes because of everything that's going on around us, we don't realize that there are messages or there are gut feelings there that we really need to pay attention to, right? And the High Priestess is like, you know what? We got to shut out all that noise and listen to those messages right now. So if you're seeing anything that's repeating signs, repeating images, repeating sounds, anything like that, pay extra attention to it, right? So that's what we want here with this High Priestess. So yeah, Tina, here, this is what we have. So we want to really make sure that you are going within, tuning out the noise, like put the phone down, put the social media down, put the screens down for a little bit, just so that you can really hear what's going on inside and around you. And I think that whatever you're looking for, you'll find, because that hubbub, I like that word, that hubbub is quieted out. All right, so trust yourself this weekend. Trust your gut feelings. It's all about trusting that inner intuition, because you have it, right? Just make sure you listen to it. So that's what we have. Guys, sorry, as I said, I'm not doing questions. If you do want like a specific question, 1 question answered, it's a $10 donation. Otherwise, it's just free 1-card pulls, okay? I'm not taking names quite yet. I have Natalie and Larissa to do still, and then I'll take a few more names, okay? Oh, thank you, Rita. You have a great day too. And hello, hello. So that's what's going on. All right, let's pull a card here. Ooh, Natalie, we have the 3 of Wands for you. And the 3 of Wands is all about kind of stoking that fire. So if you look at the picture here, I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. I know it's a bit of a glare. But if you look at this picture here, you'll see that they're like kind of sitting here in the middle, and they're kind of making that fire get bigger and bigger with all those beautiful flowers, right? So this is definitely about progress, expansion. It's about figuring out where you want to go from here. So in the 2 of Wands, we've kind of made a decision and headed out on a journey. And the 3 of Wands is like, okay, that's great. We kind of know where we're heading now. You have to keep expanding and working towards it, right? So keep broadening those horizons and getting an idea of like what it is you actually wish to accomplish. So whatever you're working on, keep working on it. Whatever ambitions you have, keep taking steps towards it. The 3 of Wands is about that growth, right? And it's about that growth that leads to the creation of something that we feel really good about. So whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, the 3 of Wands is like, you're on the right path. Just make sure that you keep expanding and that you keep at it and that you keep stoking that fire so that you're excited about it and that you keep putting that effort and energy into it. So that's what we have here with our 3. And again, these are weekend cards. It could just be like you really want to get your house clean, so you like light that fire under your ass to do it, you know, like that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be 100% life-changing, but if there is like a big thing you're working towards, The 3 is like you're on the right path. Just keep growing and keep expanding there. Oh, so yes, I do. So hard to keep my thoughts together, trying to heal and grow. Well, it's a perfect weekend for growing. So especially in whatever way feels right, just make sure that you're taking those steps, right? You're on the right path. That's what 3 is telling you. Like you're doing well, you're on the right path, keep going, right? Keep that ambition, keep that energy up, right? Gabriel apparently agrees. He was like, he is chatting away over there. So I'm not taking names quite yet. I have Larissa's reading to do, and then I'll take a few more names. Yeah, that answers that question. That's how you get a reading. All right. So, and sorry guys, I'm not doing questions or topics today. They're just free 1-card readings. If you do want a question or specific topic answered, it is a $10 donation if you want it done here on the live. I do have a wide range of readings available on my website, which is adrianamari.com. The link's in my bio. And yeah, I have like a $15 reading that's perfect for like 1 questions. If you just, want some clarity there, that's an option. I do have sessions if you want to work with me, 25 and 45-minute sessions where we can talk, pull cards, kind of see what comes up. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that, Natalie. Thank you. So yeah, there's lots of options, and I do monthly giveaways. So make sure. Oh, I broke my nail, and every time I run it through my hair gets stuck. Anyways, that's gross. I do monthly giveaways, so make sure you're following me and subscribe to my newsletter to know when those go live. Okay, Larissa. Sorry, that was there. Ooh, Larissa, 8 of Wands. Okay, so Larissa, we have the 8 of Wands reversed for you. Now upright, it's like fast moving, all systems go, like, say yes to everything. In the upside down position, it's like things are a little bit slower right now. Like it's time to slow down. So I don't know if you've been doing a lot, if you've been taking on a lot of responsibilities or tasks or something, but the 8 of Wands reverse is like, dude, we gotta slow down a little bit here, okay? We're taking on too much at once. We're gonna get overloaded. We're gonna get overwhelmed. So let's take a step back, take a breath, slow down. Whatever you're waiting for, know that it is going to come and things will start to pick up pace, but rushing things right now isn't going to get you the results that you want. So let's take it easy a little bit here. And there's some delays coming your way for whatever it is you're working towards. So kind of expect the delays. Don't allow yourself to be frustrated by them, and take that that delay is a moment to breathe, like a moment of pause to reflect, so that you have enough energy to carry on when things really pick up there. All right, so that's what we have here with our 8. This is an interesting 8. Usually with the 8 of Wands, it's like wands, like flying forward like so fast. But this one's like just trees. But you can see like all the flowers like growing up there on the tree trunks and stuff. I think that's so beautiful. That's what I like about this deck. There's so many beautiful cards. Oh, and I threw my pencil on the ground. Let me just grab my pencil, guys. Sorry. I feel like if I can drop something today, I have dropped it. My goodness. You should have seen how many times when I was getting set up that I dropped cards on the floor. Leslie, good morning. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So much dropping. Okay. All right, guys. So sorry, my boyfriend just texted me. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you, Leslie. I felt so sick earlier this week. Usually I go live at least twice a week. But I didn't this week because I just did not, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And I don't know, like everyone was talking about that like 222 portal. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but yeah, it was just crazy. Okay, I have a few names. Let me just answer my text really quick. I'm so sorry, guys. Please don't spam with the names quite yet. Right now I have Jaden, Jasmine, Braden, Melissa, and Brittany, and then I'll take a couple more, okay? Oh, Harlow, of course. Is it the internet being crappy again, guys? Am I going in and out? Let me know. Okay, guys. Okay. Oh, sorry. I just have to... I want an apple cinnamon fog. Have you guys ever had... If anybody else is here from... Oh, no, don't be sorry. I try to make it as... easy as possible, but like, I don't know, if you go to the link in my bio, there's a link that says subscribe to updates, and then you could enter your name and email in there, and then you'll be on my newsletter. And I promise I do not spam. I don't spam in my newsletter at all. But right now I send them out about once a month. Maybe I'll pick it up to buy weekly, but then at least you'll know if there's like giveaways or sales in my shop. And every time I do send out a newsletter, I usually try to give like a reading or something in it. So that's what it is. Oh, the chain here. All right, I like it. I'll try it. But what do I wish for? I wish to do all the tarot readings. That's what I wish for. Just lots of tarot readings. Are you getting food? Are you getting, sorry guys. So every, I don't sell, like, I just do live tarot readings, so I don't sell anything. So, like, I mean, like, I sell tarot readings, but I don't ship anything. That's what I wanted to say, because I have, like, it's not a physical product, right? An apple cinnamon tea wish, yes. So I don't, if you guys have joined me before, every Saturday, my boyfriend takes flying lessons. So when he goes flying, I usually come on here and do readings. So, but as on his way back, he usually picks us up something to eat. So I have a store, but just for tarot readings, Mel. I'm not talented enough to like make physical things. The only thing I can do is like crochet, but I'm still getting better at that. If you get food sorry guys, the lunch there. Okay. Alright, so I have, so my list right now is Jaden, Jasmine, Braden, Melissa, Brittany, Harloy, Harloy, I don't even know what I do with what your name here, I can't even read it, Nina, Louisa, Natalie, you would never, Louisa, I have yours, Casey, he wants to be a pilot, so, yeah, I'm proud of him for chasing that, right? Because it's scary to chase like a new career or something, but he's going for it, so that's pretty awesome. And he likes it, so that's what counts, as long as he's enjoying it. Okay, Karen, is it? Okay, Karen. Okay, Melissa. Oh, do I have Melissa already? Melissa, I have you already. Oh, thank you, my little deer shirt. I get really warm when I do these readings, so I try to like have a shirt that's not too heavy. All right, Chris, I think I have your name already, so I have your name at the end there, okay? So guys, I won't take any, Louisa, I already have yours. Okay, Ashton's the last for now, guys. I'll do, that was another Melissa? Okay. Okay, this is Mel. I'm gonna just write the names here, then I'll write the other Melissa at the end. Sorry, I hate saying the other Melissa. That's what we had. Okay. Oh, thank you, Casey, I try. Okay, Melissa V. I have both Melissas now. All right. Okay, so Jaden, Jasmine, Braden are first up, all right? And guys, in the meantime, feel free to chat. And of course, if anybody has any questions about tarot, let me know. I try to be open and transparent, so I'm happy to answer any questions about how I think things work. Okay, so Jaden, we have strength in the reverse position for you today. And strength reversed is we're feeling a little bit self-conscious or insecure. We're not really living into our confidence right now. So we are, we're being insecure and nervous about things. So with this strength card reversed, we want you to step into that confidence, into that personal power, right? So it's like whatever is going on in your life, we want to make sure that instead of getting really in our head about it, of getting really anxious and worked up about it, that we're taking a step back, we're taking a deep breath, and we know deep down that whatever life throws your way, you can handle. You can get through whatever is happening here. With the strength, it's like you're really questioning your ability to work through something, or like if you can do something. And strength reversed is like you're focusing so much on that you're not realizing that yes, you can do it. So we want to turn this card upside down here and focus on pulling out that inner lion, so to speak, that lion tamer, I guess, that strength, that sense of like calm where you're like, I fucking got this, you know? Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I freaking got this. So that's what I want you to work on this weekend, is really trusting yourself, trusting your true power, because you have it in there. So I don't want you to give into that insecurity and those like anxious thoughts that are worrying you. I want you to instead pull out that confidence that you 100% do have. So know your own power, know your own strength, okay? And rely on that there. With strength too, it's also a good idea to make sure that we're not being too tumultuous in how we're trying to control things. So like strength in the upright position is that soft control, that like leading the way. So upside down, we're trying to force something, and sometimes forcing it isn't going to make it come to fruition, right? So don't be too forceful. Go with a gentle hand, more so than like a push, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to articulate that right now, but I hope that makes sense for what's going on with you. All right, okay, so, oh, I broke my pencil. Jasmine is next. Okay, all right. And Bree, what's happening? I'm doing 1 card pulls. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. And yes, please pull in that inner strength. You got this. Whatever it is you're worried about, you got it. My Fitbit. Let's see. Well, I've gotten like at least 500 steps during this whole live, which is so sad. I just wave my hands around too much. Okay. All right. Let's do this for Jasmine. This one. Okay, Jasmine, ooh, King of Wands. Sorry guys, not taking questions or names right now. I have a list. If I have time at the end, I'll add a few more. I may not, but regardless, I always do a card at the end. I just scratched myself for everyone still here. Okay, so King of Wands. So Jasmine, the King of Wands is telling you to be confident, to step into that power and to go for what you want. The King of Wands knows who he is. He knows what he wants. He knows what his ambitions are, and he doesn't let other people hold him back. He doesn't let people tell him like, no, you can't do that. No, that's not the right path for you. He's like, screw you guys. This is what I want in my life. This is what I'm gonna do. So with this King of Wands, just make sure that you're really being confident about who you are and that you're following the ambitions that feel good to you and that make you feel excited, right? This is all about pursuing those passions that make life worth living, more or less, right? So yeah, follow those. Don't be afraid to step into that power and to step into what you want and ask for what you want in life. Like, go for it. Like, this is your life to live, not somebody else's. So make sure that you are taking and owning that power to drive your own life, drive your own car. I don't know how to say this, but to make sure that the decisions you're making are for you. And this King too, all of the Wands cards are about taking that inspired action. So it's about making that choice to do something, following through, and doing it because you want to, right? So especially this weekend, as you go through the weekend, do the things that you want, not maybe the things that other people are telling you that you should be doing, the things that you want to do this weekend that make you feel happy, all right? So that's what we have, Jasmine. I hope that's a good weekend, actually. I feel like it's like, you know what? Screw everyone else. Do what makes you happy. Okay, so I have Brayden, Melissa D, and Brittany. Okay, those are the next 3. You know what? I gotta shuffle these up. They got all crazy. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense, Jasmine. I feel like, too, a lot of the time we just, like, give in and we kind of are like, whatever. You know, because other people are telling us, but like the King is like, no, we're not doing the whatever. We're doing what we want to do. I can't tell you what someone else is thinking of you. If you want to know, ask them. Don't ask tarot cards. I feel like that's really unethical and unfair because you're relying on the interpretation of somebody else to tell you what a completely third-party, unrelated person's feelings are. So talk to them. And if you can't talk to them, that's an issue there, right? So, yeah, we need some more open, honest communication in relationships, guys. Not the like, oh, do they like me? Do they not like me? Ask. It's scary, but that's the only way you're going to get a true answer from that person. Okay, so Brayden, let's see what we have. Oh, Brayden. Okay, got this one again. So Brayden, we have the 5 of Chalices in the reverse position for you. And the 5 of Chalices reverse is showing that there's a bit of a blockage here where we're really focusing on our past. We're unable to let something go so that we can't move forward. So whatever it is that happened that you just like, it just keeps coming back and you feel kind of crappy about it, it's time to let it go. Feel through it, like don't ignore it, don't pretend it's not there, don't try to push it aside, like allow yourself to feel through that so that you don't so that you don't kind of cling to it anymore. But at the same time, this is like, we have to start looking for the positives, look for the good things that are happening in your life instead of focusing on the things that you kind of regret. And when it's in reverse like this, we're really like getting blocked because of that, you know? So yeah, definitely focus on the happiness, the light that you have in your life right now, not the mistakes that were made this past week or the what ifs or something like that. And I know it's hard. Like, I'm not saying this is like an easy thing where you just like, you know, flip a switch and you're like, oh, I'm all good now. Not at all, right? But sometimes we do have to go through that negative regret, disappointment kind of thing. But I feel like with this, you're dwelling in it, and we don't want to dwell. Right? Because that's not going to help you. We want to get, thank you, Skull Girl, so much. We want to make sure that we get out of that funk so that we can really have a good weekend, right? So look for the happiness, look for the positives. Gratitude practice always helps. Like, even right now, just think, everyone who's here right now, like, think, and if you want to share, what are like 3 things that you're grateful for in your life right now, right? Like, what are 3 things that are going right? And they don't have to be these big life-altering things. It could be like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here and that tree across the street with the way the snow is on it is just beautiful and I love it. You know what I mean? So even like the little things that you can pick out that you're like, that makes me happy, that makes me smile, that makes me feel good. Let's dive into that. And I keep hitting my finger, but I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And I know it's not an easy place to be in, so okay. Well, okay, sorry guys if you get food. I'll have a turkey, I guess. Okay, there. All right, so now we have Melissa D. This one. All right. Oh, Melissa, we're getting intense for you too. Melissa, we have the Ten of Swords here. And the Ten of Swords shows that there's been a lot of difficult thoughts going on this weekend. Not this weekend, this week maybe, or in the past in your head there. And the Ten of Swords is like, yeah, it's been difficult, it's been painful. I've been having these thoughts that hurt and that I don't like having. And it could be thoughts, it could even be words, like an argument that's went with somebody, or you're telling yourself something over and over, like this narrative you keep repeating that you're like, oh man, I hate this story, I hate this narrative, I feel really crappy, I feel really stuck. The Ten of Swords definitely is a lot of that self-criticism, and it tells us that it's been painful. However, it's saying that, you know what, we're almost through whatever's going on. Whatever negativity is going on in your life, we're almost through it. It's time to put it to an end. And yes, sometimes the endings are more difficult because they're painful. Sometimes it's hard to let go, even of the things that are painful that we keep telling ourselves because we're comfortable in the pain, right? So sometimes the absence of those negative thoughts is more uncomfortable than having them there. So we cling on to them. But the Ten of Swords is like, no, we're getting an end here. And the ending does bring forth those new beginnings where you're like, oh, you know what? I can breathe again. I can see clearly now. I can feel like I can express what I really need to express, like my truth. So know that whatever you're struggling with, whatever mental stuff's going on here, it's going to get better. You're going to have to go through a little more darkness before you get there, but don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let those critical thoughts like take over, because that's not going to help you because you are so close. So don't like stop your progress because you are stuck in your head, if that makes sense, okay? So yeah, it seems like it's been difficult, it's hard, but you're there. You're almost there, okay? So hold on, hold on. And thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for, Skull Girl, thank you so much for doing all this. And thank you for like the likes, the follows, the gifts, guys. It means so much to me. Don't forget, you can always support me at adrianamari.com if you would like to work with me for a reading. I do monthly giveaways. The March one will be out in March. And I do 2 giveaways. I do one here on TikTok, and I also do one on Instagram. So if you want 2 chances to win, make sure you're following me on both. So that's what I have there. Ooh, and if you guys are interested in tarot at all, I did go on the Jabber Guys podcast and talked about tarot, and it was so fun. So if you like listening to stuff about tarot and you like podcasts, make sure that you check out the Jabber Guys podcast. The episode is linked in my bio and on my website. So something to listen to later this afternoon or this evening or something. I had so much fun with them. They're great guys. They're so fun. So, Ollie, what's your first name? I have Brittany, Harloy, and Nina. These are the next 3. So my list right now, guys, is Brittany, Harloy, Nina, Louisa, Casey, Chris, a name I can't read. Kara, was there a Kara? 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 Something like that. Ashton and Melissa V. Carrie? Oh my gosh, I can't read that. It's K-A-R-E is what I wrote. Oh, you just started doing tarot yourself. How's it going? Oh, Karen, that's it. Ah, Karen, you're right. That is you. Guys, like, look at my writing. Look how bad that is. Let me just fix that. I so apologize. R-E-N. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry. I'm going to finish the names on my list. Olivia added you to the end there. Hello, Angela. And then my boyfriend's coming home with lunch. So I'll get through my list. And then before I go, I will pull a card for everyone still here. So don't worry. What deck do you use? I'm curious. And Brittany is next. Brittany. I like this one over here for you, Brittany. Okay, ooh, Brittany, 10 of Wands for you. And the 10 of Wands feels like there's a lot of overwhelm and a lot of stress right now. So with the 10 of Wands, we feel like the weight of the world is kind of on our shoulders. And it's like no matter how hard we try, things just keep getting piled on. And it's like, oh my gosh, when is this load going to end, right? So the 10 of Wands, I always feel like it's like we're almost at the peak of a mountain and we're ready, we really want to like slide down the mountain, right? But it's like, oh my gosh, am I even going to get to the top? So the 10 of Wands is like, yes, keep going. You're almost there. You're so close to the end, but it does tell you that it's okay to shed some of that burden. So this weekend, if people are trying to add more to your plate, if they're asking you out and you're like, oh my God, I really don't feel like going out, I have too much to do, say no. Like, it's okay to say no. It's okay to put up some boundaries there. So don't be afraid to do that. And yeah, with this 10 of Wands, share that responsibility if you can. So if there's a lot on your plate right now and you're like, I just like cannot handle this, ask for help or drop some of the load, one or the other, okay? There are people who are willing and ready to help you, but they don't know you need help unless you ask, right? So that's what we have here. Good morning. How are you? Okay, Harloy. I also really have to start going to the bathroom, guys. Let me just drink my tea here. My boyfriend's coming with more tea. Gotta finish this cup first before I start another one, right? You're welcome, Brittany. I hope that makes sense for what's going on with you. Okay, Harloy. Ooh, Harloy, Page of Wands. All right, so the Page of Wands here is telling us that this is the weekend to go out there and be fearless, to try something new, to take that leap of faith, and to not worry so much about how things are going to happen or what's going to happen. The Page of Wands tells us there's new opportunities that are arising. They're right around the corner there for you. But things are only going to work out if you step up and you take action on it, right? If you don't do that, what's gonna, like, how is that going to help you, right? So chase those ambitions, chase that creativity. Don't be afraid to try. You might, and like, whether you're successful or not, it doesn't matter. Right now, the whole point is that you try for it, because if you don't try, you're never gonna know. And this page is like, we have to be fearless. We have to at least try before we can figure out, you know, what's gonna happen. So whatever you're kind of hesitating on, this page is like, yes, go for it. What, I don't know what it is that you're like, maybe you're like, I don't know, should I? I'm waiting for a sign. Maybe I'll wait till the universe aligns or whatever it is. This page is like, now is the time. Be fearless, be confident, and go for it. All right? So that's what we have too. Oh, your daughter does tarot as well. The African American tarot deck, very cool. And I think you said, Skull Girl, you said you had the Light Series tarot, which I also have. I love that one. I have a few decks that I want to do like a deck giveaway for as well. So I don't know when I'll do that, but Light Series is one. So you're welcome. I don't know what's happening in your life, Harloy, but I hope whatever opportunity comes out there that you're like, oh man, I kind of want that, go for it. And it could just be silly. Like, these are weekend pulls, right? It could be like, man, that new drink at Starbucks sounds so good. I'm just gonna, no, I'm not gonna go for it. The page is like, go for it. If that's what you want, if that's gonna make you happy, if that's gonna make you feel like a little bit of adventure into your life, go for it. So again, doesn't have to be like super life altering. It could just be something a little bit smaller and silly like that. But sometimes we need that in our lives too, right? My favorite story, and Nina, you're next. I like to tell this story a lot, but the one time when I pulled the Tower card before work, I was like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen today in my life? The Tower's like unexpected change, upheaval, that kind of stuff. I went to Tim Hortons. I got a muffin and a tea on my way to work. I get to work and they gave me a blueberry muffin and not a chocolate chip muffin, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's my Tower moment. That's my unexpected change. That's my upheaval, because I don't like blueberry muffins. So like I said, these are weekend pulls. They're a little bit lighter. Like, it doesn't have to always be super life altering, right? It could just be kind of fun and a little bit lighter, right? Okay, and they might be difficult. They might be like a hard lesson. Nina, hello, precious. Nina, I feel like yours is intense. I'm sorry. But right, the chocolate chip muffins are so good. Especially if you warm them up in like the microwave. Yummy. Okay, Nina, we have judgment for you. And judgment is definitely about kind of listening to that calling. Whatever your soul is kind of calling out to do, it's like, you know what, we have to pay attention and listen to that. This is about making amends or kind of atoning for mistakes from the past. So if there's something you're feeling bad or guilty about, do what you have to do to feel better about it. If it's saying sorry, if it's writing a sorry letter, even if you never send it or something like that, totally okay. Excuse me, so it's definitely about that atonement and learning from our past mistakes. So whatever you're doing this weekend, I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes from the past. So if you're doing something, you're like, oh, I've been here before, this isn't working, I'm just gonna go the same way again. It's gonna work out the same way. It's not. So we wanna make sure that you are not repeating those same patterns and those same mistakes, because that's not going to progress you to the next level, right? Because judgment is coming at the end of the major arcana. So it's like, we're kind of finishing up something here so that we're ready to move on to like the next kind of phase. But judgment is like, we can't go through this door unless we learn from the experiences that we've had, or that we like make ourselves like feel like we've atoned and feel better for whatever it is that's going on. That's gone on. And again, it doesn't have to be super like intense this weekend, but I feel like there's something here that we need to move past and to learn from, so that we can go through this door and kind of up level, so to speak. So I hope that makes sense, Nina, with what's happening. Also, love this judgment card, because I love the idea of like going through the door into like that crazy swirling hole of excitement. I don't know how else to describe that, but that's what we have there. Okay, Luisa is next. Luisa, this one. Rhea, stop. She's licking, it drives me nuts. Okay, ooh. Oh, thank you. It does make sense. You're not going to make the same mistake twice. Good. That's what I want to hear, Nina. Okay, Lisa, we have the Death reversed for you. So Death upright is like, yeah, it's time for like endings, new beginnings, all that kind of stuff. But Death reversed is like, okay, we're holding on to something here. We're not quite ready for the transformation, for the growth. We're not quite ready for something to end. And you know what? That's not bad. Like, sometimes we do have to kind of see things through to their whole completion before we can accept that they're over. But I think there's something that's like on its last legs. It's coming to a close. It's coming to an end here. It could be a friendship, a relationship, a project. It doesn't have to be, again, weekend cards. It doesn't have to be something super intense. But there is something here that we do need to have closure and to bring to an end, and we're not quite ready for it yet. I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but do you ever like not finish the last episode of a TV show or read the last chapter of a book because you're like, if I read it, it's over. I don't want it to be over. And I feel like that's a lot of what Death Reversed is like, right? It's like, okay, I know this has to come to a close. I know I have to like move on from this. I'm just not quite ready to let that go yet. So this weekend, I want you to work on getting over that, letting that go so that you can transition to the new phase, but know that it takes a little bit time. So if you're not ready right away, that's okay. Don't berate yourself for it. Don't be hard on yourself about it. Allow yourself to kind of enjoy that ending, to see it through, so that when it does come to a close, you're like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the next phase. I'm ready for that growth. All right, and again, guys, one of my favorite Death cards. Like, I love the skeleton hand and the rose. How gorgeous. How gorgeous is that card? All right, Casey. So I have Casey, Chris, Karen, Ashton, Melissa, V, and Olivia. And then, guys, I think I'm going to have to call it because I really have to pee. My boyfriend's bringing lunch. But let me finish these ones. Before I go, I always pull a card for everyone still here. And I will upload the video to YouTube, providing I don't get a stupid, like, corrupt error again. So if you ever want to watch a replay, that'll be there. But Casey, let's see. No, you know what? It's this one I like for you, Casey. Ooh. All right, Casey, star in the reverse position. So the star reversed shows that we're feeling a little bit uninspired. So it feels like there's been things that you've been going through and you are just like so ready for it to end, but it's hard at this point in time to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So, and again, it doesn't have to be life-altering. It could just be like, you know, you're working on a project or you're trying to get something off the ground. And it's like, no matter how hard you try, it's like these challenges keep coming up and you're getting a little frustrated. So the star in the reverse position is like, you know what, hold on. There is a light. Whoa, I'm going to throw it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel coming. So have that hope, have that faith that things are going to work out. Just keep trusting that they're going to work out the way they're meant to. That whatever you need, it is going to come into light. You are going to be seen. It's just going to take a little bit longer. So hold on, have that trust, and work on doing things that make you feel a little bit better, a little bit happier. Like try to find those moments of light, right? So that we can keep moving towards that. So that's what we have here with the star. Like don't be too hard on yourself. Know that the frustrations are normal. Know that the impatience of like, oh my gosh, when am I going to move to the next phase? When is this going to happen? 100% real. I think we all feel that from time to time, but know that it's coming. Like that light, that's coming for you, okay? So that's what we have there. I hope that makes sense, Casey, and gives you a little bit of hope too, especially if things are kind of dark right now. Okay, so Chris, you are next. Chris. This one I like for you, Chris. You're welcome. I'm glad it resonated, but and I want you to make sure, I want to reiterate, I guess, make sure you have that hope going, okay? Things are gonna get better, I promise. Okay, Chris, 6 of Chalices reversed for you. So again, beautiful card here. The 6 of Chalices upright is usually about that nostalgia, reconnecting with the past, like calling a long lost friend. But in the upside down position, we are kind of looking at our past through rose-tinted glasses. So if it's a past relationship, often the 6 of Chalices is a relationship. And again, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship or like a family member or something. But a lot of this time, this card is like, we are looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses. And we're like, wow, I long for those days. I wish I could go back there. I wish I could see this person again. I wish I could be with this person again, whatever it is. But it's like, we're not really seeing it for what it was. We're seeing it for that feeling of nostalgia where we're like, oh, that was a really good memory. That was a really good time. And we're ignoring the things that were not so good, those difficulties, those fights, those arguments, whatever it was. So the 6 of Chalices is like, yeah, you know what? It's great to reflect on the past. It's great to connect with old people, with former friends, with long lost whatevers. But in the reverse, it's like, however, if we're going to keep doing that, we're going to stay stuck in the past. And this card is like, we want to get you to like a happier place, a place where you're making new memories, where there's new excitement, where there's new happiness and friendship and love and whatever. And I feel like you can really attract that into your life as long as you're letting whatever happened back here go, right? And again, because it's in reverse, there is that blockage. There is that like clinging onto where it's like, I don't want to say goodbye to the past. I had a great time back here. I really enjoyed this memory, this trip, this person, whatever. And it's like, okay, that's wonderful. And we're so glad you had that memory. But remember, there were bad times as well. It wasn't all up, right? So let's kind of put a curtain, I guess, on the past for now so that we can focus on the bright future and the great things that are coming up here, the choices that we still have available to us. Because after this 6, we have the 7 of Cups, which is about having all those options and possibilities available to you. So I want to make sure that you're not focusing on a nostalgic kind of thing, dream. It could even be a dream or a wish or a feeling, in the sense that you're clinging there so you can't see all these amazing options available to you here. All right, so again, walk down memory lane, no problem, but don't stay stuck there because there's some exciting opportunities over here, some choices to make, but if we're always looking back there, we're not going to see them. I'm trying to, like, it makes sense in my arm movements here. But that's what we have, Chris. I hope that makes sense with what's going on in your life. And again, could be relationship, doesn't have to be, it could be something else, but a lot of the time people see the Chalices as a relationship, but it could have been an idea, a dream you had, or something like that. You have to let go. Oh, it's hard, Chris. It's hard. You'll learn to let go and move forward. You're welcome, and I hope it helps, and know that you have it within you to do it. Like, I think a lot of the time the reason we hold on to the past is because we're comfortable with it and it's familiar, and the unfamiliar, the unknown is scary, right? Because we don't know what to expect. But I think like just trusting in yourself, trusting that things are going to work out the way you need them to, can really help you be like, you know what, I've lived through this part, now I'm ready to live through this next exciting adventure. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. Okay, so Karen, not Mama Cat Karen, but there was Karen with an A, Karen with an A at the end. You are next. Okay, ooh, 5 of Wands. Okay, so the 5 of Wands is definitely about that fight, right? So we are having, it's like there's lots of things we want to do. We're working with people. There's like a collaboration here. It could be family, friends, coworkers, whatever. It's like there's so much that we do want to get done, and we all have these great ideas to contribute, but no one's listening to each other. So we feel like there's like a constant competition here. It could be an internal struggle with yourself, like in competition with yourself, where even like as an example, in a social media presence, you feel like you're competing with other people who maybe aren't even competing with you, but it's that feeling of tension and competition where we want to stand out, we want to be seen, we want to be heard, but it feels like all the noise and everyone else around us is just like, like so loud that we can't be the focus. So the 5 of Wands is like, okay, first of all, pick your battles, right? You don't have to compete with everyone. You don't have to like fight all the time with things. You don't have to fight so hard to be heard. Just be more assertive. So don't be afraid to assert your opinion, to assert your ideas out there a little bit more, so that you have that feeling of being seen. At the same time though, when you are working with others, make sure you're giving them the same, I don't want to say respect, but same space, right? Where you're actually listening to them, because if you actively listen to others, they're more likely to return the favor. So don't be afraid to assert yourself a little bit more to make sure that you're heard, but don't make yourself feel like you're in competitions where they don't exist, right? We don't need this tension in our lives. We want to release some of that. So I feel like asserting yourself a little bit more, stepping into your power a little bit more, will make you feel seen and heard. Like, just keep doing you. Like, you got this. Don't worry so much about what other people are doing. Okay, so I hope that makes sense of what's going on. Sorry guys, I'm not taking any more names today. I have Ashton, Melissa, V, and Olivia, and then I'll pull a card for everyone still here. So please stop spamming the chat with your names, because I'm not gonna write them down. I'm sorry. I don't have enough time. Or bladder space to do many more. And my boyfriend's on his way with lunch, so I'm getting pretty hungry too. But don't forget guys, you can always follow me to be notified when I go live. You can always buy a reading with me at adrianamari.com. The link's in my bio. I do have a very affordable $15 reading, 1 question reading, so that's what we have there. And yeah, that's my little spiel for now. All right, so Ashton, let's see what we have for you. Ooh, and guys, make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. I do 1-card readings on Instagram from time to time, so I do different things sometimes on TikTok and Instagram, so you can always check out my gram. All right, so Ashton, we have the 4 of Chalices for you, and this is the 4 of Chalices reversed. So when the 4 of Chalices is this way, you're kind of sulky. Like, we get that case of the blues where like everything kind of sucks, I feel bored right now. And the 4 of Chalices in the reverse position is like, you know what? We're gonna get over that boredom. It's time to stand up. It's time to go out there. It's time to take that cup, because usually you can see like a floating hand, like trying to give the guy a cup. It's trying to take that cup and take that opportunity to do something that makes you get out of that funk, right? So like when we're this way, I would say, you know what? It's okay to feel that funkiness. It's okay to feel that case of the blues and kind of process through it. But it's like, that's enough. Like, no more funk, no more blues. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna take action towards something that makes us feel good and happy. So like, say for example, a friend invites you out and you're like, I don't really, nah, I'm not gonna do this. The 4 of Chalices reverse is like, yeah, you are. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna go do it. Because you're gonna have a fun time when you're out there, but you're holding yourself back because you're feeling a little bit of that overwhelmed, that kind of boredness, that blah, that like, I don't really feel like doing anything. But the best way to get yourself out of that is to stand up and just freaking do it, right? So whatever it is you're hesitating on, whatever you're not doing because you're feeling this like ness about it, oh, you got dumped by the, okay, well then I can totally understand that feeling. But the Four of Chalice is like, okay, like, and I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And I can feel that you're probably like heartbroken about it too, right? But the Four of Chalice is like, if we just sit here all the time stewing, how is that helping you? So instead, get up, get out, and like do something maybe with friends or something like that. Just something that makes you feel a little bit more hopeful, a little bit more happy, whether it's like to go out in the sun or something like that. Just like let that fresh air, that sunlight on your face to perk your mood up a little bit, because we need to like help ourselves, like pull ourselves out of that funk. And unfortunately, at this point in time, the only one that can really do that for you is you, and you deserve that. You don't deserve to be feeling that crappy heart space all the time. So I feel like pulling yourself up a little bit and like realizing that, yeah, you know what, like I've stewed on this enough. I'm not going to give them any more of this energy. I feel like that's going to help you kind of move forward. I don't want to say move on, maybe like you need time to process, right? But at least like move forward and be like, okay, like I'm in a place where I can see possibilities again, right? So that's what we have there. Ashton, again, so sorry that you went through all that, because I know that is no fun and heartbreaking, but you'll get through, all right? And thank you, thank you, Cass, my little cute reindeer sweater. Not reindeer, just deer, baby deer, all right. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome, and yes, I hope you feel better and that your heart recovers. And I feel like too, I always think that some relationships, they're not meant to last forever. Even if we like deeply love the person, sometimes they're just for a short time in our life because we need to learn something from them, or like they're meaningful at that time and they're what we need, but it might not be like a forever kind of need, which is sad, but sometimes a little bit healing as well. Like knowing that this person was in your life for a reason, and you're also like separating for a reason right now too, so that you can both experience and grow, right? Okay, Melissa V. All right. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, Melissa. So the Ace of, oh, sorry guys, I have like a cramp here. It's starting to hurt. All right, the Ace of Pentacles here is telling us that there's new opportunities knocking at your door this weekend, or maybe this coming week if it's not this weekend. And it's up to you to choose, like, are you gonna go through that door into that garden, or are you just gonna kind of stand on the outside and look in? The Ace of Pentacles and the Suit of Pentacles in general is like, there is stability and security in your life where you're ready to take on something new. So like start planting the seeds to a new venture, some new ideas that are springing forth. So don't be afraid to kind of start.
Something went wrong.
Oh.
Try again in a few seconds.
Sorry, Google's talking to me and that freaked me out. So this Ace of Pentacles is telling you like it's time to go through that door. It's time to start planting those seeds and kind of see what comes up with it. But with the Ace of Pentacles, like know that there is a really good chance for success on whatever you wish to pursue, as long as you realize there is hard work and effort that needs to be put in to make whatever seeds you're planting grow, right? So don't be afraid to kind of start that journey. Don't be afraid to plant those seeds. Oh, I'm going in that garden. I've been having a hard time lately. Well, Melissa, it'll get better. There's new things coming here with this Ace of Pentacles. Make sure that you're open for them though, right? Because if you're closing yourself off to those possibilities, you're not going to see them. And I want you to see them because there's something amazing on the other side here. Like look at inside how like filled with like gold and energy and light it is, and we want that for you. So don't be afraid to try, even if you're like, you know what, I don't have this all figured out, I don't know where it's gonna go, I don't know what's gonna happen. Don't focus on that. Like the Ace of Pentacles is like, yes, we have to have a plan, but before you can even go forward, you totally have to start, right? So don't get yourself caught up in all the fine details, because you can learn along the way. You can make amendments, you can, shift course a little bit, you can learn what you need to along the way. The most important part right now is that you take that first step forward, that you plant that first seed, so that you can bring something beautiful to fruition. But it's a really good omen of success as long as you're willing to put in the time, work, and effort for it. All right, so that's what we have there. Yeah, sorry guys, and Skullgirl, thank you so much. I'm not taking any more names. I have Olivia on my list, and then I will pull one card for everyone still here. You're welcome, it's gonna get better. And then if I don't go to the washroom, guys, I'm gonna die. That's how I feel right now. So Olivia, and then a card for everyone still here, but don't forget you can always buy a reading with me at adrianamari.com. I have a $15 super affordable reading. I do go live usually twice a week, so make sure you're following me to notify when I go live, to be notified when I go live. And I do monthly giveaways, so sign up for my newsletter, links in the bio, and you'll be notified when my giveaways are live as well. I do 2 giveaways every month, one here on TikTok and one on Instagram, so 2 chances to win a free reading. But otherwise, again, adrianamari.com, lots of selection there. So kind of hopefully something for everyone. I do have, like I said, the $15 reading, which is super affordable, but I do have live one-on-one sessions if you want to work with me and like have a session where we talk and pull cards and see what we can do to get you out or learn about what you need to learn about. So that's where we are. Okay, so Olivia. This one's hiding. I feel like that one's calling to me for you. Okay, so Olivia, we have the Knight of Wands for you. And the Knight of Wands is impulsive, daring, adventurous. Whatever it is you are seeking, the Knight of Wands is like, we're just gonna go for it. We're not taking any no's for an answer. We are not holding ourselves back. It's all systems go. If you're looking for like a should I, the Knight of Wands is like, yes. But make sure that you're not making rash decisions, okay? The Knights are a little bit, hot-headed from time to time and hot-tempered with this Knight of Wands, so make sure that you are taking inspired action. You're not just acting to act or doing something to do it or buying that thing just for the sake of buying it, okay? We want to make sure whatever decisions, whatever actions you're taking, it's because there's like something there that you're pursuing or that makes you feel good or like there's some kind of actual goal here. You're not just kind of flouncing around for the sake of it, okay? So make sure that we're not making rash decisions. Temper that temperament a little bit, so we don't want to have that fire burst up, but don't be afraid to follow those passions. Don't be afraid to say yes and seek whatever ambition it is you're chasing. Go for it. The Knight of Wands is like, be brave, be fearless, and go for it because you've got this. Okay, still a little bit to learn here, so we want to make sure that our ambition and that our passion and excitement doesn't get the better of us. So make sure that even though you're taking action towards something, you're keeping it under control so that fire doesn't like just burst all over the place. All right, so that's what we have. I hope that makes sense, Olivia. And I'm excited for whatever's coming your way. I feel like there's something really exciting there. All right, guys, so that was my last one. I'm getting a really bad tummy ache, so I'm going to pull a card for everyone still here. But I will be back during the week. And again, adrianamari.com if you would like to book a reading with me at any time, okay? All right. Oh, guys, I love this as our last card. So our last card for the weekend is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about celebrating. It's about enjoying that time with community, with friends, with family, laughing, drinking, being merry. So whatever is going on in your life, take a moment back to celebrate the good times, the good things, the accomplishments, okay? Even if your accomplishment is like, you know what? I got out of bed and I put on pants today. That's okay. We want to celebrate, all right? Celebrate that life, celebrate those happy moments, and just really enjoy yourself this weekend. All right, guys, that's what we have here with that Four of Wands. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate your support, your likes, your gifts, everything. Skull Girl, thank you so much. I should have made you a mod, but I wasn't that fast moving. I'll be back, so make sure you're following me to be notified when I go live. But again, thank you guys so much for everything. I so appreciate it. And I do have to sign off because I really have to go to the bathroom. I will upload this to YouTube if you do want to watch a replay. But thank you and have an amazing day, guys. Thanks. Bye.